I think the wallpaper is possibly more interesting than the match itself. Certainly the first half, which was a truly awful spectacle. I'll be honest, it was just incredibly poor. The second half, I think that we were the better side. I think I've listened to Andy Crosby's post-match interview, and I think we possibly could have edged the game. I don't think Fleetwood were great. They certainly weren't great when they came to us either. And I totally take your point. That's two dire goalless draws that we've had with them in a matter of weeks. What can I say? The first half, they had one golden opportunity where Finley lost his man. The ball's played into the centre, and the guy was totally unmarked on the penalty spot. That looked, for all the world, a goal. And then Zach Bradshaw popped up with an absolutely crucial block, which, I mean, he gets plaudits for that alone. That was a goal-saving tackle. Other than that, I would like to talk about the referee. I'm sure we'll come on to that. Second half, I think Tranmere were the side playing the football. We made a triple substitution. We put Jennings, Dennis and Morris on the pitch. Even Sam Taylor got a run out towards the end, who I have not seen in a long time in a white shirt. And I think we were the side doing the pressing. We got some passing moves together. Kieran Morris had a shot that was saved. I thought it was a fairly decent second half performance. I think if any side was going to win the game, it was us. Looking at the other results, Port Vale did us a huge favour with a late goal against Morecambe. So we gained a point on Morecambe. Carlisle beat Bromley at home, so we lost a couple of points on them. And I think all eyes turned to Carlisle's game in hand on Tuesday when they play MK Dons at home, at Dons' side who are having a very poor season. And also, obviously, our game against Cheltenham on Friday, which I won't call a must-win, but a victory against a side in lower mid-table with not much to play for could be very, very handy for us.
I think the referee is probably the main talking point. So let's dive straight in with it.
Yeah.
There's a goal disallowed for Tranmere, and from the replay, it's very difficult to see why that was disallowed. The offside flag goes up, and I've watched it on the replay 4 or 5 times, and I cannot see why. There is a handball which could have been given as a penalty in the second half, and there's another incident which could have been given as a penalty. And it just felt like one of those days where every major decision that could have gone against Tranmere did go against Tranmere, and they are game-defining moments.
I am baffled by the disallowed goal. I shared my friend Dave, who's in the States and who is watching, sent us a clip to our WhatsApp group straight away as soon as it happened. So I was at the ground, I was able to see it. I find it bizarre. I see Tom Gill, a regular on your pod, has said that it could be because Harvey was in front of the goalkeeper and maybe obscuring his view or interfering with play. I really don't know. But I think Fleetwood got away with Don there. I think Finley flicks it on near post. Very good header. The keeper makes a save. Turnbull bullies their defender and bundles it over the line. Obviously, Turnbull's not offside, clearly. So if the referee, I think Andy Crosby, as I say, I think the referee said that Saunders was offside, but was he interfering with play? If the officials had known it was Harvey Saunders, they'd have known that he poses no danger in the 6-yard box anyway. So he clearly wasn't interfering with play. Moving on to the handballs, I thought the first one was a handball, to be honest. It's the guy's hand is out here. The ball hits his arm, and the referee straight away goes by his side, not an unnatural position. You saw the signal that he made to our players. I mean, we were screaming for that because it was. I mean, his arm was about maybe a foot away from his body. The second one was right in front of me, and at the time, I didn't really see it because it was straight on, which was possibly the worst angle. But a lot of our fans were adamant. And again, Dave sent us this screenshot from those watching in the States, and I mean, it's blatant. His arm is out there. It blocks the ball going into the box. I don't know how we didn't get one or the other, but equally, I'm trying to be positive because we did get a possibly generous decision at Bradford in the last game, which we ended up winning. Any Rovers fan that was offered 4 points from these 2 away games would have absolutely bitten your hand off. And I know you like your stats, Matt. I like the one about Andy Crosby picking up 20% of all our points in the game. These games in charge. He came up with one on his post-match interview, Radio Merseyside, that it's the first time that Rovers have kept back-to-back away clean sheets in 2.5 years, which is absolutely staggering and just shows how rotten we've been on our travels. So I think my overriding feeling is quite positive. I think, yes, we could have won the game. I think we were denied what I think is a legitimate goal and at least one penalty. We can be frustrated about that, but I think 4 points on 2 games away from home is a good return. Now we have 8 games remaining and 4 at home and 4 away, as opposed to 10 games remaining and 4 at home and 6 away. So I think be positive with it. We're not conceding goals. We're harder to beat, and you're never disappointed with a point away from home.